I'm Carlina. I'm 20 years old, and I always grew up in the church. My dad helped rebuild the church that we were going to. My mom was there every Sunday. We were all there. At 4 years old, I dedicated myself to Christ, and I accepted him into my heart. I knew Jesus loved me and that he saved me. I had a beautiful childhood. My parents gave me everything that a child could ever ask for, but I always had a really hard time managing my emotions. I kind of thought every child went through the same thing, like their ups and downs, but mine was just like crazy. I did not know how to manage anything in my life. When I was 9 years old, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. When that happened, my whole life just turned upside down. I was acting out at school, I was acting out at home, I was anxious. Everyone in my family who died had cancer. So when I hear cancer, I thought, oh my gosh, that's my mom's death sentence. We have 4 girls in my house, and I would just think, my dad can't do that. My dad can't take care of us. I started thinking about what if someone came into the school and hurt me? It had nothing to do with my mom. And my mom's cancer kind of opened a door to a lot of dark thoughts that I knew a lot of children in 3rd grade weren't thinking about. I was diagnosed with an anxiety and depressive disorder, and I was medicated for both of them, and nothing was stable in my life. I was at the doctor's. I feel like it turned into like once a month, and then every other week, and then more and more. It was like a second home to me. I was just super confused. I was at church every Sunday. My parents were there. My family was there. We really put God first in everything we did. And the kids I was going to school with, they started getting into stuff that I didn't get into. So I was confused on why they looked like they were so happy. They were having the time of their life. And then I was stuck at home, either having an anxiety attack and passing out, or in bed to the point where I couldn't finish a meal. My life started to get really dark, and I started questioning God a little bit, not his existence. I knew his existence was there the whole time, but I was confused on why he was having me go through these certain things. One night, I had enough. I was ruining relationships with my family, with people that I loved. I became a mean person. I did not recognize myself at all, and neither did my parents. When I went to take my medication that night, I took more than what I was supposed to. And I don't know if I necessarily wanted my life to end. I wanted it to stop. I just wanted everything around me to stop. So yeah, I took too much medicine, and I woke up the next day. I was sick, but I was fine. I was able to get away with it. I could have just said it was a flu or something. But then my friend told my parents that happened. And from there, they sent me to the doctors, and my doctors told them, we can't do anything for her anymore. They sent me to the ER, and from the ER, they sent me to a pediatric psych unit.
This is my sleeping quarters right here. And here's Carlina. She gets this whole nice bed.
I started calling onto God more in that hospital bed at that psych unit. I remember I looked up to God in that moment, and I was like, if no one could give me answers, you're the only one who can. I'm frustrated with you right now. I'm mad at you right now, but I know that you love me, and I know that you saved me, so you can save me from this moment. And in that moment, my whole body just went, I don't even know how to describe it. It was like numb, like warm little butterflies, I guess. And to anyone else, they might be like, you're crazy. But to me, I was like, it just felt like peace. And that day I was diagnosed with a bipolar disorder, and everything started to make sense. And I wouldn't say things got better right away. They definitely didn't. But I bought myself a Bible a little bit after that, I guess. And I always had one, it's just I never read it because it was like a kid Bible. So I started reading it more, and then I started to become fascinated with it. And then I started praying more. And then I started giving him every single worry and every single problem, and also thanked him for every single good thing that he's done in my life. I felt called to get baptized. I felt like it was my time. I didn't know all the answers, but I still knew that he loved me, so I did it. And ever since then, I started to feel joy. I was called Smiley when I was little, and we started to see that smile again. Ever since then, I felt like I was called to go into ministry. And now I'm here at Heritage Church and I work with HC Kids, and it's been such a blessing. It's something I never knew would be placed in my life. And fun fact, my first month here, someone called me Smiley, and I started crying, and that person didn't know why I started crying. But the last time I was called that, I think I was like 6 years old. And it was just such a cool thing, how God works. It really leaves me speechless on what He has done in my life.